Hello, happy Wednesday, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me for our weekly Wednesday Facebook live tutorial. Apologize for being 5 minutes late. Never know that LinkedIn actually limit how many letters that you can put on your subject line. That's exactly what happened. So they wouldn't let me put in the whole subject line, and then I have to retype the whole subject line. That's why it gives me a delay. Thank you so much for joining me. Tea Time 215. Yuri Semi, thank you for joining me today on Wednesday. If you're joining me on a Facebook, make sure you click on the StreamYard link so I can see your name. And also, if you're joining me on YouTube and LinkedIn, remember to say hi. So for those of you who's watching me the very first time, you don't know who I am. My name is May Yo Silvers. I am the owner of M2 Hospitality, a multiple six-figure profit event planning company. I'm also the founder, event mentor, and coach for Events for Anyone, where we help event planners like all of you to start and grow your event planning company into a multiple six-figure profit business as well. Hi, Helen. Thank you for joining me on Instagram. If you are on StreamYard and you are not clicking the link so I can see your name, just type the name so I can see your name as well. Okay. So today's topic is why having a lot of clients doesn't necessarily mean that your business is making money. So make sure that, get some pen, some paper, some calculator if you want, as we go through this exercise. Hey, Helen. So when I hear event planners or decorators, anyone in the events industry tells me that even in fact any business, not just necessarily the events industry, okay, any business, okay. So you see Yuri sent me. Hi Tanya, thank you for joining me. So you're Yuri sent me. Okay, so when I hear a business owner tells me, okay, that they are very busy, they have a lot of clients, they have a lot of events going on, or business is really, really good, right? I don't naturally assume that that business is a thriving business or the business is making money, okay? Because a lot of times, especially small business owner, when they go into business, they become part of the business in a sense that they're working in their business, not so much on their business. So I would say that the first 2 to 3 years when you're starting your business, you're so involved in the business that you're not doing your CEO role, which is actually evaluating the numbers in your business. Okay. You see money coming in, which is great. So you see a lot of bookings, you see a lot of money coming in, which is fantastic. But you don't really have a clear idea if you are making the money that you want to make. So if you're telling me that you have a lot of business coming in, the very first thing I ask is compare those months, okay? Compare if you have data, all right? Compare the months or the years. So compare this year versus last year. How many events did you do? So look at the number of events that you have done, compare this year to last year, and look at the income. Okay, look at the income that you're making. And ask yourself, are you making, if you are doing double the events, okay, hey Chansei, if you're doing double the amount of events compared to last year, did your income double as well? Okay, very first question that you have to ask yourself. If you are doubling your number of events from 1 year to another or 1 month to the other, okay, doesn't matter even if it's just 1 year to another, 1 month to another, did you double your income? If you double the number of events, naturally your income should double as well. But if you're not doubling your income, then something is wrong. And compare, you may find some interesting data that you may find certain months that you have less events that you're working, but you are making a lot more money. That means the income for that month is more than the previous months that you actually have more events, but the income level is low. Okay, that you have less money coming in. Why is that? Why is that? The reason why that happens is not all business is good business, right? You should know that. Not all business is good business. So every time when the lead comes in, okay, like for me, I can choose to be very, very busy and book events, all types of events, okay? All types of events. So for those of you who are just starting your business, it is very, very tempting to take all types of events, to take on all types of events. So because you want to be able to keep busy, right? You want money to keep coming in. And I'm not saying that that is a bad thing. But there are times that you really have to evaluate every single business that comes in. Like for me, every single event inquiry that comes in, I have to evaluate, is this a good piece of business? How do I evaluate if this is a good piece of business? I look at the amount of time that I'm going to be spending on that event, planning the event, okay, and executing the event, versus how much money I'm going to get from the event. And then I have a rough estimate of what's my return on investment. So the time that I'm investing, how much am I getting back? So if you all have followed me on my previous workshop and have watched my video tutorials, I always focus on what is your return on investment. Your time is so precious. If your time is spent on leads, okay, even though they are paid clients, okay, you're getting paid. If you are spending your time on those what we call money sucking, energy sucking leads, okay, that means you're not putting your time on those activities that you can do for your business. Hey, Siobhan, that you can do for your business, that you can do more sales generating activities that can bring you potentially some type of business that has a higher yield on return. So every single time, okay, okay, hey Roslyn, thank you for joining me on Instagram. Got a message to send to you. So check your DM later, okay? So if you are taking every single lead without really asking yourself, is this a good lead for me? Even though you are making money, okay, I want to stress that even though you are still making a profit, okay, the lead is still giving you a profit, you're still making money, you have to ask yourself, the time that I'm giving to doing this event, if I don't give my time to do this event, where can I be using my time? So if this lead is giving you an income, okay, or revenue or profit that is below your hourly rate, okay, below your hourly rate but above your break-even rate, okay, you're still making money. But here, now this time, how far below is that from your hourly rate? You have to ask yourself. So there are a few things you want to ask yourself. All right, so pay close attention. You might want to write notes on this. To know whether a lead is a good lead is, first you have to evaluate what's the return on investment. Okay, every time you have a lead comes in, you have to ask yourself, what's the return on investment? How many hours am I going to take to do this event? How much money net am I going to collect that goes into my pocket? So if let's say it's going to be 10 hours and my hourly rate is $100, and I say that I will probably need 10 hours to do this event, that means you will be charging your hourly rate. So the client gives you $1,000, yeah, good. However, if you calculate the time and the client gives you $1,000 and you calculate that you're going to need 15 hours, okay? You're going to need 15 hours to do this event. Your hourly rate just went down to $66, okay? So now you have to ask yourself, okay, I still make money, but I am not honoring my hourly rate. That means taken this event and taking 15 hours of my time to do this event equates to an opportunity cost of not being able to spend 15 hours on another event that may come in or doing any sales generating activities that may bring in more leads. So that's the opportunity cost there, okay? At what point in time should you hastily send you a message, get back to me, okay? So at this point in time, you have to ask yourself, when is this lead considered a good lead? If this business is not giving me my hourly rate, when can I take this business and make it a good business? Okay, so you have to think, okay, So is this business, okay, filling in a need period? That means you are like completely empty during that time frame, during that date of those months, and you want to fill up the dates. Do you need that? Is it very short term? That means you don't think that you will be able to find another client to take over that space for your event. You have to think about that. Okay, if it's way out, that means there's an opportunity for you to book another event where you can make more money. Then I wouldn't take that lead. Okay, even if it's very very short time frame, okay, and it's happening next week or the week after or the month after, and you're empty on the calendar. So you have to ask yourself, am I trading my time, that 15 hours, to get this lead that I'm making $1,000, but it's like way below my hourly rate, but it's above my break-even rate. So do I want this money? If I don't take on this client, these 15 hours, what can I do in order to bring in more money for my company? The pipeline, build the pipeline. So this is what we call a CEO decision making. Okay, when you are so in your business, you're not looking out, you're only looking in, you're only looking into whatever is already happening. You're not seeing out there. So you are not planning ahead. You are planning the minute for the minute. And that is one thing that I want to caution you. As you're growing your business, planning minute for the minute, it's going to be a downfall to the success of your business, because as a CEO, you need to be looking 10 steps, 20 steps ahead. Okay. So you got to know your numbers, number one. You got to have your sales forecast, number two. Then you have to adjust your sales activities according to your sales forecast and your income forecast. So those are the things. It may sound very, very high level based on where you are right now. You are thinking, oh, I only have a few events. So like I need everything. That's okay. That's okay. There's no right or wrong. But I want you to know, every time as you're doing things to grow your business, you may not be doing what I'm asking you to do now, which is to evaluate, okay, whether this lead is a good lead. Because for you, every client is a good client, because money is coming in, because you need that money. So quite a few of you are in that situation, so you don't take the time to think deeper. Having said that, if you want your business to grow bigger and faster, okay, you have to learn all these skills. You have to start practicing all those skills. If you take on this lead, right, it's okay. It's okay. But understand the decision-making process. The decision-making process is, okay, this is a very short-term booking. I don't think I'll be able to fill out the calendar. And I need some cash injection. And I do have the time to do it. So even taking into consideration the time that you are going to be using for sales and marketing activities, you will still have time left to do this event. Fantastic. Then take it. But as your business grow, you have an option, okay? You have a choice to say yes or no. That is my goal, to get you there, okay? So like I would say that in the last 72 hours, I received 2 leads. One asked me it's a wedding, okay? And you all know that I don't do weddings, but it's a referral. So one asked me to look for these particular vendors, okay? A photo booth, chair rental, linen, floral, and a DJ, and a dance floor. 6 things, okay? So if you're thinking, oh wow, I can actually make quite a bit of money, and she wants me to send her the quotation for all that. And immediately I know that the date of her wedding is going to be very, very peak season for me. And do I want to do this event? How much money am I going to make from this event, from the event rentals and coordination, right? So I don't want to do all this work and then she starts researching herself. So I asked a qualifying question. I said, are you planning to talk to somebody else? Are you planning to reach out to all these vendors yourself? Or are you just going to rely on me to give you, I'm a one-stop shop and do everything for you? And I also make it very clear that this is the minimum fee we will charge for our time to put all this together. just know that we'll be able to get you a very, very good deal, and we'll be handling all the logistics so you can just be a bride. And I quoted her a fee of $1,500 for our time. Okay. And I say pay upfront 50%, we get the work done. And then after that, we secure all the vendors, you pay the other 50%. So I qualified that client, and I have the option to say no to her. Okay. If she were to say yes to me, I know that that is going to be a good lead, because I have already know that I'm going to spend, I'm going to spend less than 5 hours doing this event. So if I make $1,500 and I do 5 hours, hourly rate becomes $300 per hour. So why not, right? It's so far ahead, but it's my peak season. So I do this type of thinking. And then I have another lead, which I outrightly say no. So as you're building your business, make it a practice, okay? If you see there's a lot of leads coming in, or you have booked a lot of clients, okay, you have booked a lot of clients, make it a habit to calculate the return on investment for each and every client. At the very beginning, when you take the lead, and at the end of the event as well, to see if you actually made the money that you think you're going to make at the very beginning. And the only time that the return on investment becomes smaller is you put in more hours than you think you would, or you use some of your money to buy some items for the events and you didn't charge the client. Okay, so you have to make an effort to not just, okay, after one event, okay, you just go to the next event. After one event, you go to the next event, to the next event, to the next event. You have to take the time to evaluate. I have all these clients, all these events that I book. How much money am I actually going to be making? Okay, how much money am I actually going to be making for each and every event, to know whether are you going to hit your income goal? If you don't take that time to do that, you have no idea how much are you going to be making for the year, how far off are you from making your income, and what are the sales activities you need to do in order to make up for that gap. Okay, so said no. Yeah, exactly. Helen said that she has said no a lot of times. Exactly, because not all business is good business. Your time is the most precious thing. Knowing how to effectively and efficiently use your time to gain the maximum impact in terms of financial is the key to a successful business. If you are just spending time on dud leads, spending time on leads that are yielding you very little money, but you're doing it because you want to do a portfolio or you want to get your name out there, I want to caution you. Okay, there are many other ways to do that. One of it is style shoot. Okay, it will cost you less time, and less money, and at the same time you will expand your brand visibility and connections with all your other vendors and venues. So if you're thinking that, let me take on all these clients, okay, even though they're not paying a lot of money, but it's still money, right? Then I get a chance to build my portfolio. I get my chance to go, to take pictures, to go into my portfolio, my website, my social media, and people get to know me more. People now get to know you that you are a cheap planner or decorator or designer, and you have just created a reputation for yourself, and you do not want that. Okay, again, there are many, many different ways to go build your portfolio. Okay, so your homework for today's session is go back and look at every single event that you have done. Look at how much money you actually made for each event. Divide by the number of hours that you approximately put in, because I know many of you do not track your time. So approximately how many hours did you spend on planning the event, decorating the event? And then look at your return on investment. How much are you making per hour? Some of you would probably have a heart attack, realize that you're getting per hour rate that is less than minimum wage. Okay, that's why this conversation needs to be had. So that is your homework. So make it a habit. Each time a lead comes in, you gotta ask, how much money am I making, and how many hours am I working? Divide that. What is my potential ROI? If I turn down this lead, these hours that I was spending on this event, if I were to book them, what can I do with my time? How can I bring in more business? Okay, it is not like, okay, you go chill if you turn down this business. how can I make use of all this time that I have to go build my pipeline and make more money? Okay, so if you want to have a thriving business, this has to be always in the forefront of your mind, always. Because if you are not thinking about it, that means you're not doing it. You're not doing it, the results won't come. Okay, so that's your homework. And if you guys done your homework and then you want to post inside the Facebook group or send it to me in your DMs in Instagram, I love to see that. So I have very exciting news to share. We have our very last workshop for the year coming up. It is going to be a boot camp, not a workshop. It's a Passion to Profit boot camp. Why is it a boot camp? Because it's only 3 days. So it's going to be on October 25th to October 27th. It's only 3 days. And it is a boot camp because it's going to be very intense. It is called the 3-day sprint to launch and scale your business. Now, the last workshop that I have done, I focus a lot more on empire builders. That means people who already have, in the low 5 figures, wanting to build their business to the higher level, right? To the mid 5, high 5 to 6 figures. This one is a combination. I will do at least, I would say 65%, 35%. So 65% of the content will be, I would say, 65, 35. 65% of the content will be geared to people who are just starting the business or have not started the business and are thinking of turning their hobby into a business. So the content is going to be very different. The very first day, we're going to talk about the legal paperwork that you need to make your company legit, right? So what are the paperwork that you need and what do you need to put on your contract? And also how to structure your business so you can lead your CEO lifestyle. So this content here is applicable for people who are starting to have a business, already in business, but still in the weeds. And those people who are making money, but do not have a good structure and you're not living your CEO lifestyle. So that's day 1. Day 2, okay, which is October 26th, Wednesday. So we start Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Day 2, we will be talking about the marketing strategies to attract your ideal client. So we'll be talking a little bit about who are your ideal clients and what are the marketing activities that you should be participating in order to put yourself in the face of your ideal client. What are the strategies? All right. So these are something that everybody can learn. So day 2 is applicable for everyone. Day 3, which is Thursday, October 27th, the last day, we'll be talking about pricing. Okay. If you're still struggling with your hourly rate, calculating return on investment, and not knowing how much money you need in order to make your income go, we always end the class with a pricing class. So it's only a 3-day boot camp. If you want to register, just comment register. If you're watching me on replay, just comment register. And that is happening on October 25th to 27th. That is our very, very, very last workshop for the year. And then I close shop. Okay. So I will be spending a lot of times on fulfillment, in taking care of our clients, and also planning an in-person event on December 17th that I'll be hosting for our paid clients. And for those of you who are not inside our program, you're welcome to come and I'll be happy to send the information closer to date. But I want to get over this workshop first, this last workshop and the boot camp. So remember, if you want to register, just comment register. Watching me on replay, just comment register. So, okay. So Yuri Sammy just commented register. So I will make sure that my team register you. Okay. So your name is Toya. So I will do that. And again, go back and do your homework. All right. So for my paid members, 5:30 this evening is our mid-month accountability call. Come on, I want to check in with you to see what you have been doing, what's your progress, what's your challenge, and how do we get to the next milestone. Okay, thank you so much, everybody, for your time today. Hopefully, this has been enriching and enlightening. And just know that having a lot of clients doesn't mean that it is a thriving business. Okay, have a great rest of your Wednesday. Bye, everybody.